Let's start with the CSET paper for now. So the first question asks about the reading passages, and as we had previously mentioned, these reading passages are not related to reading comprehension but much more logical in nature. Now the first passage says that with respect to what are called as dominations of religion. Now this passage, actually I won't read each of the passage, I'll just explain you the crux of each passage. So this says that for me my religion is correct but for others it is wrong, and that happens with most of this. Now when we are considering this, what is the assumption behind? We have an assumption that this religious dominations do not basically include unity of man. They ignore the unity of men. Why? Because if there was unity of men, all of them would consider all the religions at par, and there won't be any question that this religion is right or this religion is wrong. So C is the right option here. Is the question of aristocratic government. Now here this is a statement by Plato, but basically what he is trying to say is, if it is aristocratic government, it can ruin itself. If it is oligarchy, it can ruin itself. If it is democracy, then also it can ruin itself. Now for democracy, it's also suggesting that education is one of the best ways, and so on and so forth. But the crux of this passage is that any form of government tends to deteriorate by excess of its basic principle. So if anything is in excess, then it would deteriorate its basic structure. So B is the right option here. The next question, I have a group of 120 people, 80 are Indians. So how many foreigners? 40 are foreigners. Now, since 40 are foreigners, if I consider all of the foreigners can speak English, so in that case only 30 Indians can speak English, but I can have a maximum of 80 Indians. So there is a probability that all 70 Indians can speak in English. So it would be 30 or more. D would be the right option here. Clear? Since it is 40 foreigners, if I consider all foreigners can speak English, then only 30 Indians can speak English. But since 80 Indians can speak English and I consider all Indians can speak English and foreigners do not know English, in that case I can go up to more than 30. So 30 and more would be the correct answer. The next is, I have to create a 3-digit number. Now, 3-digit number is without repetition of digits, using non-zero digits and all multiples of 3. So, what are the 3 digits that can be there? 3, 6 and 9. Now, combinations of number 3, 6, 9, 3, 9, 6, 6, 3, 9, 6, 9, 3, and then I will keep 9 on the first position. So, 9, 6, 3 and 9, 3, 6. Now, S is always divisible by 9 and S is always divisible by 74. So, I will sum these numbers. So, it is 3996. Now, I divide this. So, the easiest way to do is, you don't need to sum it again and again. All the numbers are repetitive numbers. So, every time you have 2, 9, 2, 6, 2, 3. So, you do it for one and then you have to just add the carryover number to it. So, now 3996 divided by 74 is 54, and then 3996 I again divided by 9, so it is 36. I have 39, again 36 and again 36, so it is divisible by 9 as well, so remainder is 0. So S is divisible by both 74 and 9. I need not to do this. I can simply add up all these digits and see if it is divisible by or not. So I would find the divisibility for 3, but I need to find out the divisibility for 9. So I would simply do a divisibility test here, and I can also find out through that. So 1 and 2 both would be the correct. So I have to find out all possible digits, add those digits, find the sum and see whether it is divisible by both the numbers or not. The next question is, there are two classes A and B. Clear? Now, A and B. A has 17 to 21 as the range of scores. This has 22 to 30 as the range of scores. Now, 4 students are shifted from A to B. Now, when 4 students are shifted here, the average score of B would definitely decrease. That's for sure. because so far it was only 22 to 30, that was the range. So the average score was somewhere in between. But the group A has every number less than that. So for B, the average score would definitely decrease. But I cannot comment on the average score of class A. So 1 only would be the correct option here. Coming on next question is, there are two statements. Now each of these statements can individually help us know the rank of Seema. How? The first statement says, Priya is 4 ranks below Seema and is 31st from the bottom. So Priya is 31st from the bottom and it is 4 rank below Seema. And there are 40 students in the class. So Seema would be 35 from the bottom or 5 from the top. Okay, so that's one of the clear answers that we can find here. I use the statement 2. I say Ina is 37th from the bottom. So Ina is 37th from the bottom and 2 ranks above Seema. So Seema is below Ina by 2 ranks. Okay, so this is at 35th position from the bottom and 15th position from the top. So I can find out the position of Seema from statement 2 as well. So either of the statement is sufficient to answer the question. So C becomes my right answer here. The next question says that each of A and D is heavier than each of B, C, B, E and F. None of them is heaviest. That means A is heavier than B, E and F and D is heavier than B, E and F. But none of them is heaviest. Okay. Who is the heaviest among the all? Now, obviously what is outside this is C. So C becomes heaviest. Okay. So with this statement 1, I can say C is the heaviest and A is heavier than D but lighter than C. But with this, I cannot say that C is the heaviest because I do not know what is the position of B, E and F. So 2 statement is not correct. So 1 only is sufficient to answer this query. The next question. In an English alphabet, the first 4 letters are arranged in an opposite order and the same is done for everyone. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Now I change the order. So it is D, C, B, A, H, G, F, E, L, K, J, I, P, O, N, N and M, and then it is T, S, R and Q. Now, what would be the 4th letter to the right of 13th letter? So, start from the opposite 13th letter. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So, P is the 13th letter, 4 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, the correct answer here would be T. So, T becomes the right answer. Now, the next is again a passage. This talks about India's challenge with energy and climate policies. It talks about the multiple problems which are there, which is the cooking fuel prices, the import prices. But on the other hand, it also talks about energy efficiency, integrated urbanization, transport policies and energy access. So there is a mixed and a complex integrated system of India's energy decision making, and that is the crux of the passage. So we are talking about how it is limited, but what are the advantages and how we can actually work for the transformation. So A becomes the right answer. Now, the next question talks about again the antibiotics. Now, it says that antibiotics are used as growth promoters, but that should not be the case, and that is actually prohibited in some of the nations, and we are trying to understand what critical message the passage is conveying. The passage mainly says that antibiotics should not be used as growth promoters, but it should be only used to treat the disease and not given to the animals in general. Okay, because it would develop antibiotic resistance in human beings as well. So the next is, we have 7 books. Now I have already drawn it. So P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Now here, as you can see, blue covers are Q, R and T. Okay. Then we have S and U as new books. So S and U are new books. And then the remaining three ones, P, R and S are law reports. You are asked which of them are books of old gazette with blue cover. So B, O and G, blue, old and gazette. Blue, old and gazette. So it is Q and T. So Q and T becomes the right option here. The next question. Now this is a sequence. There are two flaws in the sequence. So let's pick each of the sequence separately. So we have to separate the odd sequence and the even sequence. Now if I take the difference here, it is 12, 10, 8. Then we have, okay, so this is 6 and this is 4. So that works fine. Now here it is 2, 4, 10, 18, 28 and 40. So the difference is 12, 10, 8, 6 and this should be 4. So 2 should be replaced by what? 2 should be replaced by 0. Now students also got confused that whether it is asking about what number to replace or which position to replace. So it's asking about number to replace. Okay, so rather than 2 it should be 0. Okay, so this should be -4. So this would turn out to be 0. Next question. This is a very simple question. We have A, B and C. So let's first look on to A, B and C. So B, A and C, C, B and A. So it is A, C and it should be B here. Okay, so B should be there. Now 7 plus 3 is 10. 3 plus 6 is 9. So 10 plus 3 would be 13. So it would be 3 here. So 3B would be the right answer, direct question. The next question is again a direct sequence. In the first one, it is 8 into 1 by 4, which is 4. Then 4 into 3 by 2, which is 6. 6 into 5 by 2, which is 15. 15 into 7 by 2, which is 52.5, and then into 9 by 2, which is the next number. So 5, I start with the next sequence. 5 into 1 by 4. Okay, I calculate 5 into 1 by 2. Okay, so that's the first number. Sorry, I mentioned it wrong. So 1 by 2. Okay, so 5 into 1 by 2 is 2.5. So A is 2.5. Then 2.5 into 3 by 2, which is 7.5 by 2, which is 3.75. So that is 3.75. Now 3.75 into 5 by 2, which is 9.375. So C becomes the right answer.